pleasant good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Carmody Center on the campus of Gonzaga College High School in Washington, D.C. Game 3 for the DeMatha Stags, who come into this game at 2-1, taking on the 4-0 Gonzaga Purple Eagles, riding a nice opening start to their season. Once again, I'm Nate Lewis, and joined by special guest today, football player here at Gonzaga College High School, has been working with the good folks at WZAG, who've been bringing us our preliminary games here. And he impressed me enough, I got to put him on the air right here, folks. A.J. Francis joined us here. And, of course, for DeMatha, they have to really prove they're one of the top teams in the country, being started off at number 3 in the country. For the Gonzaga Purple Eagles, of course, they have the home floor right now. They got the guys all in white. You'll tell us about that in just a few moments. But more importantly, they have an opportunity to prove that they can beat this DeMatha squad right here tonight.
Yes, and they, if I remember, they did it during the Summer League in the championship game. They beat DeMatha, and they were led by Cam Johnson and Max Kenyon, who will also lead them tonight. Both of them are juniors. Very good basketball players. Also, a surprising player tonight should be Tyler Thornton, a freshman, number 1, who the main reason they won because of him against Georgetown Prep. He had a great game. Came off the bench after a great game.
We're now going to turn it over to our PA announcer, Scott Blair.
Promote the student athletes in the game. Be a positive representative of your school community.
Can you pull that mic in front of you?
And now, for tonight's starting lineups, first for the DeMatha Stags, wearing number 44, Jeray Grint. Wearing number 30, Jeff Peterson. Wearing number 21, Isaiah Tate. Wearing number 4, Kenny Tate. And wearing number 12, Marcus Rouse. Turn that up. DeMatha is coached by Mike Jones, assisted by Tommy Palucci, Reginald Bean, David Atkins, and Neil Murphy. And now, for the Gonzaga Eagles. Wearing number 3, Rodney Gould. Wearing number 15, Cam Johnson. Wearing number 23, Max Kenyon. Wearing number 25, Chris Leach. And wearing number 42, Matt Huber. Gonzaga is coached by Steve Turner, assisted by Keith Ergo and Juan J. Hill. And Keith.
Well, thank you, Scott. As we get ready for action here, and this, of course, brings to mind all of those great DeMatha-Gonzaga matchups. We'll get to that in just a moment and a tip-off. The time now for our national anthem. Well, as I was mentioning, of course, so many of these great matchups here, many of the thrills and spills in the WCAC. A lot of times, AJ, that championship in the WCAC goes right there through the Carmody Center.
Yeah, and last year was a down year for the Stags. For the Eagles. They didn't have really that many. They were coming off losing Paul Johnson, who was a great DC Player of the Year,
yep.
And they had no one to refill his spot. And last year they had a sub-500 season, and they came back strong this year with young talent, a lot of young talent, and that's the way they got to do it from now on.
DeMatha in the blue and white, and the Gonzaga Purple Eagles in the white and purple, and we're just about to get ready to wait. It's going to be Grant and Kenyon jumping up in midcourt. Stags will control it. Jeff Peterson will be taking over things to the point. Take it over for Nigel Munson, who had 4 great years at DeMatha. Gets it to the high left side. Gets it out. And shot block coming down the other way now. Here come the Purple Eagles. Around the horn of Gold. There's Gold. Gets it up to Cam Johnson. Now back up to Gold. High left side now. Goes to Kenny. Dealing against Isaiah Tate. Kenny Tate. Picking up Chris Leach. Now around up top to Johnson. Going to hold. High right side. This underway. 7:27 left. Johnson gets it around to Gold.
And it looks like they're confused on what the offense they're trying to run.
Round to Kenny. Up top to Huber. And back around to Gold. Drives, gets it down underneath. Huber shot blocked by Grant. And Huber gets it right, but it's partially blocked by Grant. And then coming back over the top is going to be Grant. That should be a foul against Grant as he got Huber on the head.
And you know, Huber's been doing a lot for Gonzaga this year. A lot of people, I don't even believe he was on the varsity team last year. And a lot of people didn't expect him to do a lot as much as he's doing this year, and he's been starting every game, and he's been performing well.
Kenny drives up to the under, partially blocked by Tate, but got brought down by Huber. And it's Johnson who pops from 12 and drains it there.
A lot of people would say that Cam is one of the best players in WCAC, and I mean he proves them right more often than he proves them wrong. I believe he had 17 points against Georgetown Prep, and he had 13 in the third quarter when they really needed to get a lead.
Rouse gets it down low inside. It's going to be a walk as that was great interior defense by Kenny against Jeray Grant. Grant trying to get that pivot move. Kenny gave him a little bit of the chest right there, and it caused him to slide that back foot. Nice move.
Yeah, you got to play physical in these games.
Yeah. There's Gold bringing things down to point. DeMatha in the man. Johnson up high right, Huber top of the key, holds, gives it back over to Gold, left open high right side, will not take the shot, gets it down low, inside to the driving Kenny, tricks it up and under, partially blocked. Kenny Tate comes up with a rebound, gives it up now to Jeff Peterson, 6:06 left. Peterson stutters the drive, turns, spins, one-hander, bang, yes!
That was a great shot. That was a great. I thought he was going to lose the ball. He was a little out of control when he went into that spin, but he pulled it together and shot around to the glass.
Locked up at deuces with 5:53 left to go here in the first. Cam Johnson bringing it up high left side against Peterson. Gives it up to Kenny. Back up to Hoover. Around to Leach. Back to Gold, up high right. Leach puts on the floor, top of the key. In between the circles, high right side, drives, puts up a runner, off the bank, no good. Huber tip in, no good. Leach with the tip in's no good. Turnaround jump, yes!
And besides Huber, Gonzaga really doesn't have any big men. So everybody, they have an offense called change, and whoever is the hot man at the point at that time goes and gets the ball and goes one-to-one on this man.
Rouse up high for the three. That's Kenny Tate with a rebound. Put back by Jeray Grant's no good. Fourth offensive rebound in this possession by the Stags. They can't put it in. Kenny Tate gets fouled.
And I believe it's on Max Kenny. Yeah. Waiting to see who it's on. Oh, it's on Max
Huber. Yeah.
Well, I thought they were going to call that on Max because Max clearly jumped and landed on Kenny Tate's back.
Rouse with the inbounds. Gets it up high, Kenny Tate. Man defense been employed by the Purple Eagles. Gonzaga with a 4-2 advantage. Here's Peterson. Gets it to Rouse in between the circles. High left side, Isaiah Tate down inside to Jeray Grant. Jump hook off the back iron, no good. Gets his rebound. Pumps, puts it up, no good, but a foul call.
It seems like every time he gets the ball down low that they're double teaming him, either with Cam Johnson or Max Kenny. One time they even did it with Chris Leach. It seems like whenever he touches the ball, their goal is to make sure that he can't beat them. They're going to try to make somebody else beat him.
Cam Johnson with his first foul. Of course, Jeray Grant, the big 6'9". And misses the first. You know what? Tell you what, this is one time when I believe the student section might be a factor.
Yeah, it's right in front of the student section. Yeah. They're clapping their hands, moving their hands around, try to get them to focus off the rim. A clear backboard. Yep. It's not a good combination for them.
Well, Grant's able to get the second of two. 4-3 the advantage now for Purple Eagles. A little full court pressure being put on. There's Gold able to break it. Goes up high right, lobs it up and under around the iron. No good. Tip in, no good. Tipped up by Rouse. Is down on the floor in the air. Isaiah Tate comes up with it. Pushes up to Jeff Peterson. Has the lane to the basket. One man on the wing. Pumps it up and under. Gets blocked. Fouled. And a hard foul at that.
That was a good call. The chair section doesn't like it because he got most of the ball, but he hit him with his entire body.
Yeah.
Almost landed on him like a belly flop.
That'll be the first foul against Max Kinney. Stags take on McNamara on Thursday night. We'll have that for you here on All In Broadcasting, U.S. Sports Networks. There's Peterson as he gets the first. And Jeff Peterson has quite some large shoes to fill, taking over from Nigel Munson, who's playing his basketball at Virginia Tech right now.
Yeah, and I believe I saw him in the ACC Big Ten Challenge against, I can't remember the team, but I only saw him in for one play, but he made an amazing pass.
And missing the second. There's Peterson, all locked up at 4.
And there's the X-Man right there, Tyler Thornton bringing the ball up.
There's number 23, Kenye, gets up to Huber, high right. Make that high left. Thornton, first time touching the ball, gets it around to Cameron Johnson, stops, takes it from 8, bank good. Oh, what a nice touch there from mid-range.
Yeah, he has a quick first step, and he likes to use that little jab step to get his defenders off balance.
Peterson, crossover, gets a pick.
Great pick
from Tate, tries to lob underneath to Jeray Grant, tipped off his leg, and in and around. There's Kenny Tate coming with it. Isaiah Tate has a knee on it. And gets it back to Peterson, stutter step, looks to Rouse, is going to back up. DeMatha yet to make a substitution with 3:48 left. Trying to give on a give and go from Jeray Grant to Rouse, tipped away. And Leach comes up with it and gives it over to Thornton.
And you can see the offense definitely goes through Cam Johnson. Every time he comes down the court, they give him the ball and then see what he wants to do with it.
Byron Allen getting ready to come to the game for the Stags here. That's to be the first sub. There's Johnson. Gets it around to Kenye.
And a lot of people don't know, Max is a great offensive player. He can shoot just as well as Max. I mean, just as well as Cam.
Well, Thornton, as he was driving to the basket, got double teamed. So he fouls against Rouse, and as Thornton misses the first. 3:17 left. Gonzaga leads 6-4. They're in the first quarter. Well, Byron Allen, who is a standout on the DeMatha football team this year, comes in as Thornton gets the second of 2. Driving in the lane, Grant lays it up, no good.
They could have called block on that one because Huber was moving his feet when he tried to catch that one.
Thornton drives, gets a lot of contact. It's going to be an offensive foul called as he knocks down Kenny Tate.
That was a good call. Tyler was going out of control. He dipped his shoulder into Kenny Tate. And Kenny Tate's feeling it. You can see him sucking wind from his shot to his sternum.
Let's go. Going to go against Thornton. Well, Ian Hummer is going to come in the game for Huber for the Purple Eagles.
Ian Hummer, another young talent. Both of these teams have a lot of talent. DeMatha is very athletic, very athletic. Every player on their team can go and get it. Every play.
Allen touched the ball for the first time. High right side, puts on the floor, drives, turns, spins, lost a handle, is able to get it back. Double team now. Gets up to Peterson up at the top of the key. High right side, gets around Isaiah Tate. Left side 3, off the iron, no good. And a rebound comes down to Kenye. He's going to push up the floor. Stops to the foul line, takes it there, drains it.
And as I said earlier, he can shoot real well. He's mostly known for his shot blocking ability because he can jump, but he can shoot a little bit.
All right, that's Kenny Tate losing the handle of the ball. Peterson's going to try his hand at the 3, drains it there.
That's a good shot. That was a good spot, Jay, for a 3.
Well, one thing the Stags are going to miss the ball handling ability of Nigel Munson. Jeff Peterson is one thing he can do. He can shoot from the outside. High right side it goes. Here's Johnson, puts on the floor, stops, looks at the ball tipped away from him, able to get it back. Gets it back to Kenye. Kenye looks back to Johnson. In between the circles, Allen on him. 1:51 to go in the first. Looking it around, a nice give and go. Inside it goes, laying it up and good is number 25, Chris Leach.
It was a good pick and roll. It's a lot like what the Suns like to do with Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire.
Well, Grant's going to come back in the game now. Allen gets it over to Isaiah Tate, who drives and is going to be traveling the call. All right, the Stags right now offensively are really out of sorts.
I think what they really missed number 44, Gerard Grant, early in this game when he got in foul trouble, because he's a dominant post presence. And Gonzaga really doesn't have an answer for him. And once he got in foul trouble, it really changed the way the game started to go.
And so the Purple Eagles take over. Here's Thornton bringing it up the floor, 1:26 left. Gets up high, new player in the game now is Michael Flanagan. Make that Hannigan. Gets over to Thornton. Leach. Check that Kenny. Gets down to Cameron Johnson. Right on the baseline, dealing against Allen. Picks a fadeaway jumper from 15. It's going to go no good. Long rebound, knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Stag basketball with 1:07 left to go here in the first quarter. And it's Jeff Peterson bringing things down to point. Right-hand dribble. Dealing against Thornton. Gives over to Allen. Gets picked from Grant. Up at the top of the key. Allen's going to rainbow three. Can miss there. And off the hand of Isaiah Tate into the hands of Thornton. Bring it up the floor quickly. Gets a lot of contact. And they're going to call jump ball. Possession arrow, Gonzaga.
He should have really gotten rid of that ball. He had two men cutting towards the basket, and he took it by himself. And it should have been called a charge because he ran into a still Gerard Grant.
On the inbounds, it'll be Hannigan. Gets it around Thornton, high left side. Dealing against Marlon Cribbs in the game for the first time. Hannigan holds, looks. Kenny, top. Thornton has a lane to the basket, drives, lays it up and under. Gerard Grant, what a layup! How about that move?
Yeah, that was very impressive.
3 points for Tyler Thornton, and it's a 13-7 lead. Three-pointer, Isaiah Tate misses there. Cam Johnson comes down with a rebound. Again, DeMatha really just out of sorts offensively right now. No rhythm at all. Here's Kenny. Drives the baseline, puts it up, shot blocked by Grant. It's going to be a jump ball and DeMatha ball.
That was extremely selfish. Ian Hummer had a great post-up with an area to, if he got the ball, he could have went straight up with it. Maybe got in the foul, probably got in the and one. But Kenny tried to take the ball to the hoop and got a jump ball with great block from Gerard Grant.
12.4 seconds. There's Jeff Peterson, high left side, drives with 5 seconds into Gerard Grant, tries to slam, misses, has it blocked by Kenny, into the hands, throwing it down the floor, gonna miss there, is Hannigan. But what a great first quarter for the Gonzaga Purple Eagles. 13-7 is our score. We're here with the WCAC opener for the Stags right here, and they're in a dogfight. 13-7 is our score. You're watching Stag basketball from U.S. Sports and All In Broadcasting. Back out again for the second quarter. Nate Lewis and A.J. Francis.
Tonight was the whiteout for Gonzaga basketball. A lot of teams had a lot of teams had the blackout. For example, University of Maryland, when their football team wears black jerseys, they had the blackout, and everybody in the stands wears black. And the same thing, the Booster Club requested everybody come to the game wear white. And apparently it's doing its job. The Stags are struggling from the line whenever they try to shoot free throws.
Back to action. Gonzaga will have the basketball. There's Leach, lost the handle on, almost lost out of bounds. Hannigan comes up with it, drives in the lane, gives it down underneath to Hummer, and he lost the handle on, out of bounds. It'll be Stag basketball.
He should have had that. That was a perfect pass from Mike Hannigan. He set him up perfect.
Kenny on the inbounds. Gets to the Leach. Around to Thornton. Hannigan holds high left. Kenny foul line. High right side now to Thornton. Stops. Pumps it up from 12. Off the back iron. No good. Kenny with a big tip in right in front of Isaiah Tate. Kenny with 4 points. 15-7 the advantage now. Here's Peterson driving. Runner off the back of the iron. Around. No good. Tipped in by Jeray Grant. That's going to be offensive goaltending easily, as the ball was still on the cylinder.
Yeah, he wanted to put that back. He wanted to put that back hard to make a statement, but it didn't come off the rim high enough.
Remains 15-7. There's Thornton bringing things up at the point. Marlon Cribbs on him. Backs up towards the half-court circle. High right side, drives, double pumps it up off the glass. No good. Rebound Grant.
Great rebound. He got really high to get that rebound.
Peterson over to Allen. Allen got tripped up by Thornton. It's going to be the second foul against Thornton. So on the inbounds, it'll be Jeray Grant. Look, puts on the floor, gets it back to Allen. Up top, Peterson. Man defense being employed by the Purple Eagles. And with the runner is Peterson.
That was a great move he put on Rodney Gould. He gave him a little jab step and go right by him just for an easy layup.
8 points now as Gould back in the game now. High right side. Look, dealing against Peterson. Gives it up. Round the Leach. Back to Gould. Tries to get it down underneath the Hannigan. Lost the handle. Is able to get it back. There's Cameron Johnson left over for a three. Good!
Cam's really feeling it tonight.
Now the other way. Allen has it knocked away from behind as he tried to push it over to Grant. Of course, your whiteout fans there think that was a block. Nonetheless, it's a good defensive play.
Yeah.
You know?
They're using anything they can to try to get into DeMatha players' heads.
There's Grant with the one step, puts it up and good. Grant with 3 points. 18-11 the advantage, 6:24 left going to half. There's Hannigan, holds, looks, gets around the Hummer, back up top to Leach, up at the top of the key, puts on the floor, stops, and has it stripped away from him out of bounds, and it remain Purple Eagle basketball. Of course, the Purple Eagles came to this game undefeated at 4-0. Inside it goes. Hummer has it knocked away around into the hands of Marlon Cribbs.
He tried to force that one. If he just calmed down.
There's Rouse inside to Byron Allen, and a hard foul. Hannigan collided with him right into the basket, and then Hannigan met the floor. Taken away by Grant. Here comes Kenny Tate, pushes up the floor, high left side. Three-pointer, Jeff Peterson off the iron, no good. Long rebound, knocked out of bounds. And it'll be Gonzaga ball. Eddie Ellis in the game now for the Purple Eagles.
And Eddie Ellis is one of those quick guards that likes to push the ball up the court. See how he changes the whole way they're trying to run this press.
6-point advantage now for the Purple Eagles. There's Ellis with the basketball now. Gives up the gold, high left side. Around the horn it goes. There's Leach from 15, good. Great job of passing, right? The Purple Eagles moving the ball around there. And I tell you what, it looks like, you know, it looks almost like Dick Myers is still there, you know, running this team.
Yeah, and, I mean, Coach Turner coached under Dick Myers for a long time, so I think he might have stolen a little something from him.
Bob knocked away, nice D, come the other way. Here's Gold has a shot blocked by Kenny Tate out of bounds.
And that was a great play by Kenny Tate because it was 2-on-1. He had no help, and he did it so he cut off the pass to Cam Johnson, so Ronnie Gould had to go up with it, and he just sent it right back at him.
Kenny Tate, his second year as a starter here for the Stags. Gold on the inbounds. Gets it back over Johnson, three-pointer, way short, knocked up into the area. Isaiah Tate has is going to lead the break for the Stags. Stags running right now. Isaiah Tate right side, comes in, lays up, scoop, no good. Rebound, put back, Kenny Tate's no good. Into the hands of Cameron Johnson. And up the floor goes. There's Ellis, lost the handle on, is going to take it away by Peterson. Peterson comes the other way, has the numbers for a moment. Right side, out to Rouse, holds, gives it back to Peterson, high left side, puts on the floor, left-hand dribble, stop, lost the handle, knocks it over, into the round, going to be down on the ground, be a scramble for it, push over to Rouse, takes him 17, good. Just as it was written up.
Yeah.
And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep things right here. And by the way, folks, I don't know if you noticed or not, Mr. A.J. Francis was a standout lineman for that Gonzaga Purple Eagle squad. Where's your coach tonight? I was looking forward to seeing Kenny Lucas here tonight. Where is he?
Kenny Lucas, he's probably at home because his wife is on bed rest.
Oh, right, and, that's right, yeah.
She's due in February, but she's been on bed rest for a couple months. He even had to miss, and he's been sick as well, too. He's been having chronic headaches, and he even had to miss the game when we played against Carroll. He wasn't even able to get out of bed to come to his break. So him and his wife were both both in bed for a good 2-week period. So the team, our parents cooked food for his kids so that they could have food and wouldn't be left out without their parents there.
Oh, that's great. And I know it takes something like that to keep Coach Lucas away.
Yeah.
Ball's going to be taken away by Isaiah Tate. Drives in the basket and left it home. Isaiah Tate's first points in the game. Makes it a 4-point advantage now, 20-16, 4:11 left to go here in the half. Joe Smith's going to come in the game for the Stags here at the first opportunity. Here's Cam Johnson, holds, DeMatha pressing. Inside it goes Chris Leach, double pumps up off the glass, no good. Gets his rebound, puts on the floor, stops, puts it back up, and he walked with it, trying to get around the long arms of Jerry Grant.
Gonzaga doesn't like it, but that was a good call. After he dribbled, he up-faked. When he up-faked, his feet left the ground a little bit.
There's Peterson bringing it up the floor now. Joe Smith in the game. Isaiah Tate gets it around to Kenny Tate. Lobs underneath to Jerry Grant. That's going to be a clear offensive foul. He put that elbow square into the middle of the head of Hubert.
And Hubert knows how to milk a foul.
Yeah.
That was a good acting job.
He made it look like that elbow went through his head.
Yeah. He should be getting Oscars sooner or later.
But that's just as much of a skill as a good crossover.
Yeah, it is.
20-16 a score.
And I know for a fact Coach Turner works on that practice.
There's Gold, gets it up. Chris Leach. Back to Gold's going to hold near the half-court line. Now bring it in between the circles. 3:25 is going to half. There's Leach, ball knocked away. It's going to be taken away. Joe Smith on the floor and gives it up to Kenny Tate, and he'll hand off to Peterson. There's Isaiah Tate. Drive, stops, puts it up off the glass. No good. Coming up over the top is going to be Kenny Tate.
He wanted that bad. He was easily head and shoulders literally above everyone else.
Yep.
And I think that might have been a problem. That's why they called him over the back.
Well, keeps the advantage for the Purple Eagles at 4. Matt Deary in the game now for the Purple Eagles. Wearing number 20, and he has the basketball right now. High right, around the goal. Hold looks, Kenny. And back over the goal, drives, runner is off the iron, no good. And they call the offensive foul as he knocked down Joe Smith.
And with Huber, we have a Smith right back at each other.
Yeah. Well, neither team has done much in about the last minute and a half, at least as far as scoring goes. There's Joe Smith. Holds Peterson top of the key, gets a little contact, stops, takes him to the foul line, way short. Knocked up into the air, down on the floor. It's going to be scrambled for Kenny and Isaiah Tate. Foul called. Well, your scoring leaders right now is Jeff Peterson with 8 points unofficially. And a host of Purple Eagles with 4 right now. There's Hoover underneath, gets racked up, and shot blocked. Marlon Cripps, rebound, putback is in. Boy, it looked like he got away with a walk there.
Yeah, he definitely traveled a little bit.
Marlon Cripps lost the handle on it, looks up high left, gives over Jeff Peterson on the baseline, driving baseline, it's a tip into the hands of Kenny Tate, puts it over Joe Smith, left open, three-pointer, good. That's what Joe Smith brings. And that's the last guy you want to leave out open here on this floor.
I think they might have made a mistake just because he has his hand wrapped up. Maybe his shooting form would have been a little different.
Yeah.
Doesn't look that way.
Joe Smith with 3. There's Gold. Gets over to Cam Johnson. 22-19, the advantage now. Purple Eagles. 1:45 to go here in the half. There's Gold, high left side. Looks and lost the handle on. No, it's going to be a foul call. It's going to go against Joe Smith with a hand check.
And I really don't see what a foul was. He was just playing good, tough defense up on Ronnie Gould.
There's Cam Johnson on the inbounds. Right there in front of the fans down there on the inline stands. Looks. Gets there on the inbounds to Deary. Back to Gold. Deary high left side dealing against Peterson. Man defense been employed by the Stags. Here's Kenny, gets a little contact. Off balance jumper is going to be no good, but a foul called. That might be a little late on that because it looked like Isaiah Tate may have fouled him as he had the ball down the floor.
Yeah, he got a little contact before he went up, but I guess the ref saw it as he was shooting in the fashion of going up.
Byron Allen coming to the game now for the Stags. There's Kenny, shots on the way. Good. Max Kenny with his 5th point. 6'3", 165-pound junior from Silver Spring. Listed as a wing forward.
Yeah, and that really tweaks my nerves. I don't understand why they do wing forwards and wing guards.
That's Cribs, gets it Isaiah Tate, drive shot, blocks, and foul call. That might go against Deary. Yeah, it does.
Max Kenny should have 4 blocks tonight, but he only has 3 because, he only has 1 because 3 of the times somebody else fouled him and he blocked the shot afterwards.
There's Isaiah Tate. Here's the first.
And that's a matchup I want to see. Tyler Thornton against number 20 from DeMatha. Byron Allen, both freshmen, and both.
And Tate getting them both there.
And both should be going head-to-head for the next 4 years. It should be fun to watch.
Long on the inbounds, and it's going to go out of bounds. Yeah, it does, as Deary was trying to get it, trying to home run pass down to Huber. I think this Stag squad might be a little too athletic to try to pull that off.
Yeah, I've seen Kenny Tate run on the football field, and I've seen Huber run in practice, and I know for a fact Kenny Tate's a lot faster than Matt Huber is.
Joe Smith gets to Jeff Peterson. Fadeaway jump 17. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Kenny. Still a three-point advantage. 24-21 Gonzaga. 1:18 left to go here in the half. Thornton gets it around to Deary, to Kenny. Ball almost knocked away. There's Johnson from 14, and you are not going to leave him open. He has 6.
He has 6, but the way he's getting them is all the same move. It's always jab step, pull up, every time. If they stop falling for the jab step, maybe they can stop him.
Joe Smith, Deary on him, holds, looks, tries to lob it down low. It's going to be taken away by Kenny. Kenny on the lead, knocked away by Kenny Tate, and it goes out of bounds.
And Max Kenny's looking for a foul, but that was a clean smack away from Kenny Tate.
43.4 seconds left to go here in the half. 26-21 our score. And Johnson on the inbounds gets it to Deary. Left open the foul line, gets it underneath to Kenny. Tries a reverse layup, no way too far underneath the basket. Misses there, rebound Kenny Tate.
And I understand why Matt Deary just didn't pull up. He was wide open in the middle of the paint and tried to pass it down to Max Kenny, who had 2 people on him.
Allen holds high left side, 22 seconds left. Gets it to Joe Smith, he drives, tries to lob it underneath, down to Marlon Cribbs. His bank is good. And 26-23 with 13 seconds left. There's Thornton, gets tripped up, and it's going to be a foul call against Byron Allen.
And that's a bad call because Tyler Thornton tripped over his own feet. Byron Allen didn't even trip him.
He just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Yeah, Tyler Thornton tried to do a crossover too quick. He wanted to move faster than his feet could, tripped over his own feet, and fell into Byron Allen.
There's Thornton. Puts on the floor and misses the chance. Cribbs comes up with the rebounds. Only 8 seconds left. Here's Peterson. Left open. Joe Smith 3. Good at the buzzer. Check that with 1 second left. Throwing it way down the floor is Thornton, and it hits the light fixture. And we are all locked up at 26 apiece. And would you expect anything different? WCAC basketball, A.J. Francis.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to the half now. 26 all here at DeMatha Gonzaga. You're watching DeMatha basketball from All In Broadcasting.
Walter Paul Barbarian can help you find the perfect images for your home or office, for frame prints and on various gift items, including calendars, journals, posters, greeting cards, and postcards. Various apparel items including t-shirts and sweatshirts, United States Postal Service approved postage stamps, and much more. You can find Walter's images and these products at www.5754888trillion.com. That's www.5754888trillion.com. That's www.5754888trillion.com.
Once you have performed the secret handshake, you shall be a brother for life.
For the brotherhood of man, we stand together as jackalopes, jackalopes that can.
There are days, and there are glory days.
This is Nate Lewis of Shark Sports. Glory Days Grill has 10 locations in the D.C. metro area and opening soon in Stone Ridge, Virginia. Visit glorydaysgrill.com for a location near you. Back out again at the Carmody Center. Nate Lewis, A.J. Francis. 26 all as we get ready for second half action here. And again, it was It wasn't really an up and down battle in that first half. I mean, really, for the most part, you have to give the edge to Gonzaga right there. And the only reason why it's tied right now is because DeMatha literally fought their way back.
Yeah, and it all came in the last 3 or so minutes. Gonzaga was up about, I think, 7. They were up 7 3 minutes ago. And DeMatha came down, hit a 3, hit a jumper, did all that, and came right back in to get in it.
Well, now as you look at, again, what may or may not have happened in the respective locker rooms, I think DeMatha, they need a little bit more flow offensively, is that they'll take over the ball here. Gonzaga, I think, just keep on doing what you're doing. Move that ball around, crisp passes, and you get to the open man, particularly one Cameron Johnson.
Yeah, and DeMatha needs, what they need to do is pound it in to
Jerry Grant?
Yeah, Jerry Grant, because Matt Huber cannot handle him down in the post.
Kenny Tate holds it up high left, so it's just underway, 7:47 left. There it is. Jerry Grant pushes it over to Peterson. He he misses on the 18-footer. Knocked away from by Cameron Johnson. No, that's Jerry Grant in the hands of Kenny. Left side now. Right side it goes to Cam Johnson. Now gives it back up to Gold with the basketball. Gold looks, holds, ball knocked away, goes back court, but knocked away by Peterson. So Gold will recover. 7:20 left. There's Huber dealing against Grant. Pull up high right. Round to Gold. Gets a pick from Johnson. Stutter steps. Drives in the paint. Takes a short jumper. Around. No good. Rebound Tate.
They're trying desperately to get the ball in Cameron Johnson's hand.
There's Peterson. Stop. Lost the handle. Was able to get it back out of the air. Bank shot's good. That's nice recovery by Peterson. And that breaks the tie, 28-26, 6:50 left to go here in the third. Ball knocked out of bounds. Coming the other way now to be Gonzaga ball.
Yeah, DeMatha fought back and finally got, I think it's their first lead of the game. And they just got to keep putting pressure on the ball and keep the ball in Cameron Johnson's hands.
Ball knocked out of bounds. It went off of the hands of Leach, or that make the leg of Leach.
I don't see where that happened.
Yeah. Well, the referee right there.
And it only matters that he saw it.
Yep. Tate gets it to Rouse back in the game. There's Isaiah Tate, pops it from 21, is no good. And rebound comes down to Kenny. He's up to Gold. Bounce pass high left side. Going around the horn. There's Kenny to Hoover. Back around to Kenny. Gold in between the circles. Olds puts on the floor, left-hand dribble. Trying to work it down to Johnson again. There's Kenny at the half-court circle. Now back up to Huber. Cam Johnson, high right side, looks. Dealing against Peterson. Back to Huber. There's Leach. Drives, stops, puts it up with the right hand. No, knocked around. Down on the ground. It's going to be a scramble for it. And it rolls right into the hands of Kenny. Kenny will drive. Baseline. Double pumps from 8. Air ball up in the air. Knocked away. Now down to the hands of Peterson.
I think if he didn't double pump that, he could have just went over the top, but he was worried about the pressure in his face.
There's Peterson, holds, looks, tries to underhand it underneath, knocked away into the hands of Isaiah Tate, puts it up and good. Isaiah Tate with 6 points. There come the Purple Eagles the other way. Gold. Hannigan get ready to come to the game for the Purple Eagles. Whistle blows away from the basketball. There'll be a timeout. And a 30-second timeout with 5:25 left to go here in the third. DeMatha now with a 4-point advantage, 30-26. It looks like right away what one of the things that Mike Jones and the Stags are doing right now, they are attacking the basketball, really not letting the guards get in any kind of rhythm for Gonzaga.
Yeah, because the entire Gonzaga offense runs off screens and being able to see the open man and hit them. And if you have pressure in your face, it's a lot harder to see who you're going to throw it to. And so now Gonzaga's basically playing one-on-one with whoever has the ball. And that's not what they need to do to win. They need to get the ball into Cameron Johnson's hand, but they can't keep forcing it into his hand.
Well, Johnson on the inbounds has the ball knocked around. A lot of contact trying to get it to Kenny, taken away by Isaiah Tate. There's Peterson. Bring it up the floor. Gets it around now to Rouse. Into the hands of Isaiah Tate, who runs it up, puts up a runner, no good. Rebound knocked around. Hannigan comes up with it, brings it up the floor. Right hand dribble. Ball knocked away again into the hands of Peterson. 2 straight steals. Stags. Peterson without the numbers. Stutter steps, drives, puts it up off the glass and good.
It was a tough basket too, because Michael Hannigan was all over him on that thing. That could have easily been called a foul.
Yeah, coming the other way now, the Purple Eagles. There's Kenny, ball down, knocked around. Hannigan has a shot blocked by Jerry Grant. Now, I believe that's his 3rd block tonight.
Yeah, he's really sending them back at whoever tries to come in his paint.
Well, last year, Jerry Grant averaged 5 blocks a game. There's Huber on the inbounds. 32-26 to score, 4:36 left to go in the 3rd. There's Cam Johnson on the high left side, gets it up top to goals around the Hannigan pump fake against Isaiah Tate. Thought better of it as Jerry Grant collapsed on the ball, knocked around into the hands of Jerry Grant right off of the hip of Huber, and another turnover.
And Gonzaga really needs to calm down with the ball. I think that's why they're bringing Tyler Thornton in to try to, because he's more of a calm point guard. He's about getting into the offense, not about throwing it up every time trying to get a fast break layup.
And here's Peterson. Brings it up now, down inside to Isaiah Tate. Runs up, no good, but an offensive foul call is going to go against Isaiah Tate. Knocking down Cam Johnson.
And Cam knows he got away with one. He got up smiling.
And the referee asked for a towel here. Well, it being December 12th right now, the Gonzaga facilities operators decided not to turn on the air conditioning.
Yeah. And that's a huge mistake.
Put about 900 people here in the Carmody Center, and, well, then you have instant heat.
Yeah. It has 900 people here, and it's fit the whole 300. It's not good playing conditions.
Here's Thornton bringing things down the point. Holds, looks, cross-court it goes into the hands of Hannigan for the 3. Short.
Tipped.
Yep, and knocked out of bounds.
Kenny Tate tipped it. It's great. That's a great job getting back because Michael Hannigan is wide open.
On the inbounds, a lot of contact, no foul called. Peterson, he looks like he got away with a push against Thornton. And Peterson has the basketball now. 3:45 left. Gets it down to Byron Allen. Short jumper's good. Byron Allen with his first 2.
DeMatha's made 8 straight unanswered points, and Gonzaga has to score on this possession. They have to.
Joe Smith getting ready to come in the game now for the Stags. Here's Thornton, drives, and we're going to have a hand check called. It may go against Allen again.
It's on number 12, Marcus Rouse.
So for Rouse, that's the second. Coming out of the game now is Kenny Tate and Rouse. Cribbs and Joe Smith in the game for the Stags.
It seems like every single out of bounds that they have to wipe the floor. Their air conditioning needs to be turned on immediately.
Yeah.
They are sweating profusely out there.
Well, DeMatha with advantage, 34-26. On the inbounds, Johnson gets it to Huber. Locked up into the air. Johnson has it, and it's going to be a foul call. It's going to go against Cribbs. Cribbs going to call with a hold.
And I think he's mad because he was looking for a hook because Cam gave him a little elbow to try to get around him. And that's why he was sitting there arguing with the call.
There's Hannigan dealing. DeMatha in the zone right now. It's Kenny. Gives it back to Hannigan, to Thornton. And a shot goes no good, but a rebound put back by Huber.
And that was a tough putback. See, he had two people over top his back. Max, you can't gamble like that.
Coming the other way now is Peterson.
That's what happens
Down
when you
underneath.
gamble.
And Byron Allen with his second straight field goal. Coming the other way, Huber puts it up, no good. And coming the other way is going to be a double dribble. It's going to be the call against Joe Smith. Smith is not going to be your ball handler.
That's not his forte. He just needs to stand outside that little curve out there and just get open as much as he can.
Right. So Kenny Tate will come in the game. Joe Smith may sit down here. No. It'll be Grant sit down. There's Hannigan on the inbounds. Holds at the half-court circle, crosses timeline. There's Thornton, high left. Looks, tries to lob it around. Into the hands of Kenny, dealing against Allen. Turns, spins, runner, shoots short. Rebound, put back is no good. Rebound, put back is no good. Up like in the air. Into the hands of Marlon Cribbs. Go ahead.
I don't believe Gonzaga. Yeah, they have. Gonzaga scored 2 points in the third quarter. That's the kind of defense DeMatha needs to keep playing if they want to win this game. They got to lock up Cameron Johnson. Cameron Johnson hasn't been able to hit anything.
And so going to the line to be Byron Allen. And Allen has provided an offensive spark here for the Stags here in this third quarter with 2:06 left right now. Allen, the freshman, hits the first. 5 points right now. Now I'm looking at Byron Allen's stats here, and they say he's listed as 6'3". I have to stand next to him.
Yeah, yeah, he's 6'3" on a ladder.
All right, next year is 6'3". Misses the second, ball knocked out of bounds. And it'll be DeMatha basketball. Joe Smith on the inbound. Looks, gets it to Allen. High right side. Now at the foul line. Over to Joe Smith. Baseline three-pointer is in and out. And the rebound comes down around into the hands of Hummer.
He's such a good shooter that everybody at DeMatha just started running back down court.
Yeah, here's a steal. Coming the other way. Jeff Peterson stutter steps and lays it up and good. .39-28 to score. Whistle blows, and Steve Turner and the Purple Eagles will call a timeout, and that's a smart one.
Yeah, because the game's gotten away from them big time. Down 11. Going into the halftime, it was a tie game, and things haven't happened the way they wanted to this quarter.
And we'll keep things right here. Once again, Nate Lewis, A.J. Francis, as the DeMatha Stags now have extended their lead 39-28. And I want to mention and congratulate the efforts of A.J. Francis and the gang at WZAG, the campus TV station here at Gonzaga. And it looks like you guys had a lot of fun calling the JV and freshman games.
Yeah, it was the best part was having I'm one of the only people in WZAG that plays sports and knows anything about sports. So it was funny with having people coming to me and ask me how many quarters are in a basketball game.
Wow.
Questions like what do you call it when somebody shoots after they get fouled? How long are the quarters in a basketball game? It's yeah.
You tell them 15 minutes?
Yeah. They were like, do they play halves or quarters?
Well, so not only were you getting educated out here, you were doing a little bit of the educating as well. How about that? All right.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, I know they were trying their hardest, but it's really hard not to laugh when you're doing a basketball game and somebody asks you how many quarters are in a basketball game.
Well, in this quarter right now, the third, is 1:36 left. There's Leach. Holds at the foul line, stops, takes an 8-footer, no good, knocked up into the air on a rebound, down on the floor, still up in the air. Here comes Kenny Tate, has it. And he's going to slow down. DeMatha will set their offense up. Smith around to Peterson. Peterson looks. Gets it in front of Ellis. Around to Kenny Tate. Ball knocked away into the air, knocked around and out of bounds.
Oh. I don't know if he tipped that one. I think that one just got away from me and Hummer.
Well, down to 1:01 left. And in this quarter, Gonzaga scored 2 points.
And I'm guessing that's not going to help him win the game.
Not a whole lot. There's Hummer dealing against Marlon Cribbs. Gets double teamed. Now gets over to Ellis. Ellis holds high right side. And the ball knocked out of bounds. And it's going to remain Gonzaga basketball.
It was clearly out on Ian, but I think he gave it to him because he didn't call the foul on, I believe, number 24. 24 is Marlon Cribbs. Yes.
Yep. Here's Johnson dealing against Allen. Throws up a one-hander. No good. Ball down on the floor, and Allen has it. Jump ball. It'll be Gonzaga basketball. And the ball gets kicked away by someone. Steve Turner wants a tech.
Byron Allen was mad because Cam Johnson came over top of his back, and when he tried to rip the ball away from Cam Johnson, his hands fell off the ball, and he ended up throwing it all the way down the court. I'm surprised they didn't call that foul on Cam Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Cam Johnson on the inbounds, 26.2 seconds left. As Huber drives, one-hander, jump hook, no good. 19 seconds left. There come the other way, Joe Smith. Allen looks, ball's going to be knocked away out of bounds, and a play better made by A.J. Francis as opposed to the rest of the Stags.
Yeah. Now I know how cheerleaders feel.
Heads up.
When I come running out the field. That's not cool.
And as for a towel, there's about 5 bodies down on the floor.
I think Kenny Tate pulled up when he saw me. He didn't want to run into me and get hurt.
There you go, again. So with 6 seconds left. And throwing it up for 3 is Thornton, and the buzzer sounds.
And that's exactly what they needed going into the fourth quarter.
So we go to the fourth, DeMatha 39, Gonzaga 31, and this one certainly ain't over yet, folks, so stick around. You're watching DeMatha Stag basketball on All In Broadcasting.
Broadcast brought to you by NiceOffers.com. Discount coupons and offers from your favorite merchants, including Windows on Washington. Call Windows on Washington today for a free, no-obligation in-home estimate. Don't spend up to 3 times as much for the same window from our competitors. Full lifetime and transferable warranty. Download this coupon right now by going to NiceOffers.com.
DeMatha High School Basketball.
Well, this one's shaping up to be another classic here. DeMatha, Gonzaga, 39-31. DeMatha with the advantage right now. This one kind of reminds me of those 1996 matchups here with Darryl Green on the floor, Joe Forte, Keith Bogans. And those two went to overtime occasionally.
Yeah. Unfortunately for me, I was still in elementary school, so.
Yeah. In the game here for the first time. Of course, now we have one of those mysteries on the roster. I believe that's Philip Green, number 15. And on the inbounds, Kenny Tate with the scoop shot. Misses there, but a foul called. And that's going to go against Huber.
That's 2 straight fouls on Huber. He's going to be getting out of the game soon. If I know Coach Turner.
Isaiah Tate, who has struggled from the field here tonight. It's his 5th point.
And apparently I don't know him at all because he has nobody coming to the score table.
Not yet. Still early here in the 4th. Tate drains the 2nd. There's Kenny dealing against Isaiah Tate. Holds up high right, drives baseline, stops, puts up the runner, bank, no good, but a foul called. A lot of contact from a lot of people. Kenya hits the first. Mysterious number 15 goes by the last name of Tyler. And he has the basketball right now. Tyler drives, looks, puts it up off the glass, no good. An offensive foul call as he knocked down Huber. And Huber got himself into foul trouble in this game here as well, but he's created some foul trouble as well for the Stags.
Yeah, that's always how you make up for something. You always got to make up for it, and he found a way to by getting that charge. Because if he wasn't there, that was an easy layup for Tyler, I believe his name is.
Yes, it's Tyler. 41-33 the advantage.
I've been meaning to ask you, where is Austin Freeman?
Austin Freeman's in street clothes.
What happened to him?
I think he got nicked up in the game in St. Louis, the loss to Decatur, as well as Chris Braswell as well. There's Huber, high left side, around to Thornton. Holds, looks. Around to Hannigan, gives to Kenny. Baseline, 15-footer off the iron, no good. Rebound knocked around and still on the floor. Thornton comes up with it, puts it up off the glass and good. What a great move. Tyler Thornton getting aggressive, 5 points.
And even more impressive with that move was when he jumped in the air, he was looking to pass it. Then at the last moment, he saw nobody open, so he just put it off the glass.
Well, Byron Allen will come back in the game for Tyler. 41-35, 6:57 left. Gonzaga battling back in this one. Jeff Peterson, right side three-pointer, air ball. Into the hands of Kenny Tate, puts it up and good. Second field goal of the game by Kenny Tate. Here come the other way, out of bounds. This is taken away by Kenny Tate. And it's going to remain Gonzaga basketball. Took on the inbounds, goes out underneath the Thornton. What a great pass, great look by Cam Johnson.
Both these freshmen are playing outstanding tonight.
43-37, here's Peterson, looks, baseline Byron Allen. Right in front of the DeMatha bench, gives it back over to Peterson. Peterson top of the key, dealing against Thornton. Driving as Peterson comes up, he walked with it.
That's a very questionable call. I think he got smacked on the arm before that travel occurred.
And no one on the DeMatha bench can believe it.
And everybody on Gonzaga's sideline loves
Well, if it wasn't going to be a foul, it was a walk.
Yeah.
So.
But it should have been a foul. That's the problem.
Here's Huber. Deals, gets it around Thornton, and just inside the arc, misses. Long rebound down on the floor. Huber saves, calls a timeout just in time. "30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. 43-37 our score with the Stags with the advantage. 6:04 left to go in regulation. You're watching Stag basketball on All In Broadcasting.
Big cash back on all the latest cell phones from
TelebayPlans.com.
the authorized dealer of T-Mobile, Singular, Sprint, Verizon, Alltel, and Nextel. Free T-shirt and free shipping with each order. Go to
www.telebayplans.com.
for cell phone deals. Prepaid wireless also available at TelebayPlans.com.
Back out again on the inbounds. It'll be Thornton. 6:02 left. Gets it around now. Hannigan back in the game now. High left side dealing against Kenny Tate. Gets it around now to Deary. Seeing action again. Now around to Thornton, around to Huber. Up high right there. Working Dre Grant away from the paint. There's Hannigan. Around to Kenny. Back over to Deary. There's Kenny, high left side. Puts on the floor against Byron Allen and dribbles back out. Thornton holds, looks, and off of the hands of Kenny, out of bounds.
That was a good look by Tyler Thornton. Max caught that. He could have easily gone off the glass, but Max wasn't looking for it.
On the inbound, going to be knocked away, and coming up with is Byron Allen. Lost the handle on it. Over to Thornton. Gives it to Kenny. 8 feet out. Puts it off the glass and good.
That's a great hustle play by Tyler Thornton to get back at that ball.
8 points for Kenny. There's Isaiah Tate. Rough side three. Off the iron. No good. Rebound. Put back by Dre Grant. Is no good. Knocked out of bounds. Kenny got his hand on it. 43-39. And now it's the Stags who haven't scored in about a minute and a half. There's Jeff Peterson three-pointer. Yes, sir. And to make that 2 points, it was foot was on the line. 45-39. Comes Thornton around to Deary. Gives it to Hannigan. Drives. Reverse layup is no good, but a foul call. That's going to go against Dre Grant.
Dre Grant, he needs to stay out of foul trouble. DeMatha, he is the key to winning this game for DeMatha because he's getting all the rebounds, he's blocking all the shots, he's forcing all the missed shots, and he needs to stay in this game.
And so Steve Turner and the Purple Eagles is smart, taking the game right to Dre Grant, and forcing the issue.
Yeah, because either one, two things are going to happen. Either he's going to block the shot or he's going to get a foul. And 3 times tonight he's gotten a foul.
Hannigan gets his first points of the game. Hannigan, the junior out of Alexandria, Virginia, 6'2", 265 pounds.
But I think it's a little too late because now with 4 minutes to go, even if he gets the 4th foul, they're going to keep him in the game.
And getting the second is Hannigan. Now it's a 4-point advantage for DeMatha. Here's Peterson. Gets it around now. Allen stops, 17-footer off the iron and over the backboard. And Gonzaga with a huge opportunity now.
That's one of those shots where if it goes in, the coach loves it, and if he misses, coach is not happy with it.
It's ugly. There's Gold, gives it over to Deary. And it goes right behind as he's trying to get it to Huber, and he threw it back towards the half-court circle. Huber moved towards the foul line. And the ball rolls out of bounds. DeMatha will have it on their side of the floor. And there's Allen on the inbounds. Gives it to Peterson. 4:23 left, whistle blows, and we're going to have a stoppage of play. I think we have some moisture on the floor.
I think it was a mirage.
Okay. Somebody's thirsty.
Yeah. As hot as it is in here, I bet everybody in here is thirsty. Thanks for the water, by the way.
There's Peterson crossing over. Gives it up now to Allen, down low inside to Grant. He puts it up off the glass, no good. Going to foul call against Huber. These these free throws are big. And that's why missing them, if you're a Stag fan, is not good.
Yeah.
And that's what Dre Grant just did. He missed that one there.
All day in the freshman, JV, and varsity games, it's all come down to free throws.
Yep. Grant missed the second as well. Rebound comes down to Hummer. Another big opportunity now for the Purple Eagles. Hannigan holds high left side. Goes across court Deary. Around to Cameron Johnson, dealing the baseline against Byron Allen. Puts on the floor, crossover, drives underneath the basket, puts it up off the glass. And good! And it looked like he should have got a foul as well in there, but nonetheless, it's a 2-point advantage for DeMatha. Down the other way, here's Isaiah Tate. Gives it over to Grant. Grant puts it up off the glass. Good, and the and one.
That's a good. That was a good call. Nobody from Gonzaga likes it, but that was a good call. He smacked him on the arm. I don't even know how he made it because he smacked his whole arm.
Well, for Grant, that's his 5th point. Marlon Cribbs coming in the game for the Stags. Thornton and Kenny coming in the game for the Purple Eagles. And Grant still struggles at the line. Missed the chance for 3-point play. 47-43 to score. And here comes Gold. Gold high left, gets it around to Hannigan. Back to Hummer, being guarded tightly by Dre Grant. Hummer puts on the floor one time, he's in trouble now. Looks, gets it around to Gold at the half-court circle. Almost went backcourt with it. High left side, stutter steps, drives, puts it up, scoops it up, way off. Rebound comes down to Hummer, puts up as a shot blocked by Grant and Kenny Tate. Pushes up the floor. Here comes Peterson, right side, double pump, off the glass, no good foul.
And Dre Grant, guys, has to be more careful with that because up in the half court, he smacked Ronnie Gould on the arm, but he didn't get the foul. He needs to be more careful or he's going to be out of the game, and that's not good.
Jeff Peterson misses the first.
These free throws are keeping Gonzaga in the game.
Yeah. I guess JV, varsity, and freshman for both of these schools are going to be practicing a lot of free throws come tomorrow.
And running a lot of lines if they don't get better.
Peterson gets the second of 2. Makes the score 48-43. It's 13 points unofficially for Jeff Peterson. And here comes Gold, pushes up the floor, dealing against Rouse back in the game. Gives up around to Hannigan, in trouble, puts on the floor, gives it back over to Cam Johnson. Now Gold drives baseline, puts up off the glass. Good, nice move, nice move.
That was a great move.
Back to a 3-point advantage, 2:50 left. There's Peterson, high right side, drives, looks, lost the handle on, knocked away by Kenny into the hands of Thornton. He'll push it up the floor. Right hand dribble. Here's Cameron Johnson. Left side, drives, clear lane, shot blocked by Kenny Tate. Down on the floor, be a scramble for it. Rolls out of bounds. And it will be Gonzaga basketball.
No matter what sport they play, it's always Kenny Tate going at Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
They both play safety and receiver, so on the football field, they're going at each other. And they both guard each other on the basketball court.
There's Cam Johnson on the inbounds. Looks, long inbounds, gives it to Gold. Man defense being employed by the Stags. Allen on Gold. Gold calls the play, high left side, 2:22 left, stutter steps, drives baseline, dribbles back out, gives it to Thornton, round up top, Cam Johnson, stops, looks in the lane, lays it up off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Kenny Tate. 2:13 left.
And Cam's mad because he got a little nudge before he went up, but you got to play through that.
Here comes Peterson, pushes up the floor against Thornton, 2:02 left, crossing over, and it's going to be a timeout called. Kenny Tate. I'll make that Mike Jones calling a timeout, so we'll take one here as well. 2 minutes left, 48-45 our score. The DeMatha Stags lead the Gonzaga Purple Eagles, and you're watching Stag basketball, all in broadcasting the U.S. Sports Networks.
Here's an idea. Surprise someone with a new computer for Christmas. No credit, bad credit, no problem. Now you can buy interest-free, high-speed quality computer systems, laptops, and peripherals for your home or business for as little as $22 a month. Not only do we sell electronics, we also sell products for the best wholesale prices around. Stop in today at bestsupersaver.com. That's bestsupersaver.com and start your Christmas shopping now.
Score, stats, highlights, and shopping. It's the $1 Million Scoreboard at usportsradio.com. DeMatha High School Basketball.
Back out again at the Carmody Center on the campus of Gonzaga College High School. You will be able to see the Carmody Center again come Friday night. We'll have full coverage of the Gonzaga DC Classic from the opening tip to the final buzzer. All 3 days right here on U.S. Sports Networks and All In Broadcasting.
And the first 2 days are led by me and my fellow WCG classmates.
Absolutely. Here's Jeff Peterson drives. Lost the handle. Taken away by Hannigan. 1:49 left. Hannigan looks. Gets it around into the hands of Gold. He's going to dribble back out. 3-point advantage. High left side now to Hannigan. Holds up against Peterson. Boy, looking for the 5 seconds, not happening. Here's Cam Johnson in between the circles up the top against Kenny Tate. Puts on the floor, stops, pushes it over the right side, gives it over to goal. 3-pointer, Cam Johnson for the tie. No. Rebound comes down into the hands of Marlon Cribbs. And whistle blows. We'll have a foul call. It's going to go against Hannigan. Oh, wow. And it's going to get called with the hold.
And that's a very questionable call. Michael Hannigan had the ball before he even called the foul.
Well, DeMatha in the bonus now. And it's going to put Marlon Cribbs.
I'm just glad that in this game there's a lot less fouls than in the other game.
Yeah.
JV game had
they haven't racked up a whole lot.
44 fouls.
Well, big shots here. 1:21 left. Cribbs looks, sets to the knees, flicks the right hand, and drains it. Marlon Cribbs has been a pretty good free throw shooter throughout his career here at DeMatha.
Usually when you say something like that, it's always jinxing.
Yeah. And it certainly worked right there. How about that? And that's his fault, man. 49-45 to score. 1:14 left. Here's Gold. Gets it around to Cam Johnson. High left side dealing against Isaiah Tate. Huber at the top of the key. Gives over to Thornton. Lobs down inside to Cam Johnson. Dealing, turning. One-hander. Shot blocked by Kenny Tate down the floor. There'll be a scramble for it. Still down the floor. Picked up by Thornton. Pushes it over to Huber. That's down the floor still as well. Kenny Tate and Huber fighting for a jump ball. And it will be Gonzaga basketball. Well, Kenny Tate has scored no points today, but has been an integral part of this game tonight.
Yeah, he has four, maybe 5 blocks. He's been getting a lot of loose balls. He's been pressuring a lot of shots. He's doing everything you got to do. And you can tell the refs are not appreciating the Gonzaga cheering club.
Certainly not tonight. There's Johnson on the inbounds, gives it quickly to Kenny. Kenny shot blocked up in the air by Isaiah Tate, and then taken away down off the glass. Ball knocked away up in the air. Gold comes up with it. 45 seconds left. They got to score quickly. Gives it in there to Thornton. Thornton's shot going to be blocked by Kenny Tate. Be a foul called. That was a hard foul by number 4.
And he pops right back up.
Yep.
There's no way he's a freshman. Somebody got to check his birth certificate tonight. Both of them. Him and Byron Allen.
I think he became a man in the second quarter.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of grown men that would still be on the ground after something like that.
Maybe crying. Tyler Thornton with a couple of big free throws here as well.
It's a big pressure situation for such a young kid, even though he's still a grown man.
Yeah, 7 points unofficially. Shots on the way is good.
Well, it's funny how those Gonzaga guys get real quiet when it's one of their guys on the line.
Yeah, of course. That just shows that they know basketball.
Yeah.
And Drain in the second. 2 big free throws by Tyler Thornton. And there's Kenny Tate on the inbound, stepped on the end line.
And that cheering section is going crazy right
Oh,
behind him.
my goodness. That's huge. (49-47) Gonzaga with the basketball. Here's Johnson. Gives it to Thornton. Check that Gould. High right side. Gives around to Cam Johnson again. 36 seconds left.
You know this last play's going right through Cameron Johnson's hands.
There's Kenny at the top of the key. Thought about it. Gives it back to Cam Johnson. Deal against Kenny Tate. Looks to put on the floor.
He wants it.
26 seconds. Bounce pass. Gonna be knocked
That
away
was not
down
smart.
into the hands.
That was not
Thornton.
smart.
Yep. And
He's one of the best free throw shooters, knock on wood, on the Gonzaga team. And
oh, man.
that is not smart.
And it'll be Tyler Thornton shooting the 1-and-1. Has a shot at tying up his ball game. Hannigan coming in the game for the Purple Eagles. Would it be any different, DeMatha Gonzaga?
I'm expecting overtime.
And so shooting a 1-and-1.
Down 2.
Here's Thornton, puts on the floor, hits the first. The freshman has played an outstanding game tonight. 49-48, the second offering by Thornton. It is good, we're all tied.
Big man on campus as a freshman.
23 seconds left. There's Grant, looks, gives it over to Byron Allen. Short jumper for the lead, and then taking the lead is DeMatha with 16 seconds left. And now quickly, Gonzaga has to answer back, 13 seconds left. There's Hannigan, left open, thought about it, whistle blows, timeout called. Gonzaga. Yeah, boy.
Byron Allen, both of these freshmen are coming up huge in this game. The last 8 points have been scored by freshmen.
Yep.
And you would not expect that in a game like this.
And really, I mean, how about the grittiness of this Gonzaga squad here? They were practically shut out in the entire third quarter. I think they scored maybe 4 points in that third quarter here. And, of course, were able to battle back in the fourth and tie the ball game up. And now down by 2.
And it's all started because of those missed free throws. You got to make free throws.
Yep.
That's why they're free.
I don't even think this is anything. This is just the beginning of the WCAC competition.
Yeah. The big end. This is and the worst part about it all these people here, as hot as it is, as crazy as it is, this isn't even Gonzaga's biggest game this year.
Yep.
Not at least not as a lot of Gonzaga people see it. They see St. John's coming in here with Chris Wright, one of the best point guards in the country.
Right.
When they see that game, and they marked it on the calendar 4 months ago.
Well, seeing Austin Freeman there in the huddle, and certainly he'd like to be out here on the floor right now.
And I know every DeMatha fan would like him to be on the floor. And they know the game would be a lot different if he was on the floor.
Nursing a high ankle sprain. Suffered in a loss against Decatur. Here we go, 10.4 seconds left. Cam Johnson on the inbounds, gets it to Gold, back to Cam Johnson. Left side three-pointer for the lead, way off. Rebound down on the ground is going to be picked up by Thornton, picked up by Marlon Cribbs, and a foul call. 3.5 seconds left. And if Cribbs can hit one of these, which is not a given, DeMatha should be able to escape out of the Carmody Center with a win. So Matt Huber fouls out of the game. Kind of a moot point now.
I would not be surprised at all. The way this game is going, I would not be surprised if he makes the first, missed the second, and Gonzaga throws up a half-court three.
You've practically seen it happen.
And Gonzaga just brought in their best shooter on the entire team, Terry Kernan, number 10. Terry Kernan, it's funny, he's a small guy, but he can shoot it. He comes in every time they need a big shot, and he has a lot of ice water in his veins. I hope DeMatha should try to keep it out of his hands.
Another timeout called. And so we'll take one as well with 3.5 seconds left, 51-49 our score. You're watching DeMatha basketball on All In Broadcasting and U.S. Sports Networks.
The importance of protein supplementation is critical to any individual looking to build and maintain muscle mass. Protein has been called the building blocks of life. Without proper protein supplementation, the task of building and maintaining muscle is next to impossible. To address this issue, Advanced Protein offers the highest quality protein available to the athlete, bodybuilder, and fitness enthusiast. There are several kinds of protein supplements available: milk and egg, protein, soy, beef, and even vegetable protein. But the absolute best source of protein is ion exchange whey protein. The reason for this is that ion exchange whey protein has superior biological value, which means it may yield more usable grams of protein than other protein supplements. Plus, it's very low in lactose. Available in chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and banana. Get yours today. Log on now to www.ussportstore.com. That's www.ussportstore.com.
All right, Marlon Cribbs at the line. 3.5 seconds left. 59-41 our score. Cribbs puts on the floor. Shots on the way. It is around and no good. Rebound comes down to Cam Johnson. And 1 second left. And throwing the ball down the floor is Kenye. But it goes way off the backboard. And DeMatha escapes with a 51-49 win over the Gonzaga Purple Eagles.
I don't understand why they didn't call timeout. Do they have any timeouts left?
That's a good question.
If they had timeouts left, there's no reason why they should have. Well, they should have got the rebound, called timeout, got the ball at half court, passed it in, got a play done.
And how many times have we seen that? And as we mentioned, this is only the beginning of the WCAC competition. These two will meet at Morgan Wooten Gymnasium in January, and we would expect more fireworks here as well. One thing's for sure. Okay, now again, from what we've seen here tonight, you know, it's not just going to be DeMatha. It's not just going to be St. John's. It's going to be DeMatha, St. John's, and Gonzaga's in there as well, along with everybody else in the WCAC, as we see as the season goes along.
And a lot of people need to watch out for Carroll, because Carroll gave DeMatha a scare too, and they hung in there till late with Gonzaga. So it's going to be a good year in basketball this year.
And that will do it for us here from the Carmody Center. Certainly a great day of basketball here as well. Once again, folks, we'll be back here in about 3 days for the Gonzaga DC Classic. The youngster, A.J. Francis, how old are you, man?
16.
16 years old, man. Sound like he's like a 25-year veteran of the business. How about that? Great job here. So we will be back on Thursday with the DeMatha Stag basketball. The Stags take on the McNamara Mustangs.